morning, students. This is Neha Ratan, and today I'm going to teach you the first chapter of your book Snapshot, The Summer of the Beautiful White Horse. It's a short story written by William Saron, published within the collection My Name is Aram. It tells the story of two boys, Aram and Murad, who belong to a very poor Armenian tribe. The story is basically a humorous plot which has many elements unfolding later on. Let me explain you how. This chapter is basically narrated by a 9-year-old Armenian boy named Aram, a member of the Gargolian tribe living among the lush fruit orchards and vineyards in California. One morning, Aram is awakened at 4 o'clock in the morning by his 13-year-old cousin Murad. Aram is astonished to see that Murad is sitting on a beautiful white horse. Aram had always wanted to ride a white horse, but his family is too poor to afford one. However, in spite of being poor, the Gargolian tribe is noted for its honesty and trust. As a result, it is unthinkable that Murad would have stolen the horse. Aram felt that his cousin couldn't have stolen the horse. Murad's crazy behavior was considered to be of natural descent from their uncle Khusro, even though his father Zorab was a practical man. Uncle Khusro was an enormous man who was always furious, angry, impatient, and irritable. He would roar for everyone to stop talking and always say his pet dialogue, "It is no harm, pay no attention to it." In fact, one day when his son came and told them that their house was on fire, Khosrow silenced him by roaring, "Enough, it is no harm." Aram was invited to ride on the horse with Murad. The idea of Murad stealing the horse drained away from Aram's mind, as when he felt that it wouldn't become stealing unless they offered to sell the horse somewhere else. They enjoyed the rides on the horse for a few hours. After a short time of riding, Murad wanted to ride alone on the horse. Aram had the same longing, but when he sat on the horse and kicked its muscles, the horse reared and snorted and raced forward, eventually dropping Aram off its back. After half an hour, they found the horse and hid it in the barn of a deserted vineyard of a farmer named Fatvigian, which had once been its pride. That afternoon, an Assyrian farmer named John Byrom came to Aram's house. He reported to Aram's mother that his white horse, which had been stolen a month ago, was still missing. Hearing this, Aram concludes that Murad must have had the horse for a long time. Khosrow was at Aram's house when Byro came in, and he shouted, "It's no harm, pay no attention," to such an extent that Byro was forced to leave without responding. Aram ran to Murad to inform him about Byro's arrival. Aram also pleads with Murad not to return the horse until he could learn to ride. Murad disagrees, saying that Aram would take at least a year to learn, but promises he would keep it for 6 months at most. This became a routine. Murad came daily to pick Aram for a ride, and Aram continuously fell off the horse's back after every attempt. 2 weeks later, when they were going to take the horse back to its hiding place, they met Byro on the road. The farmer was extremely surprised. He recognized his horse, but refused to believe that the boys had stolen it. Later, the boys returned back the horse quietly. That afternoon, Byro came to Aram's house to inform that the stolen horse has been returned. He thanked God because the horse had become well tempered and well behaved too. So, dear children, this is the story of the summer of a beautiful white horse. I leave it to you. I ended up here with a question for you. Do you think it is justified for us to steal anything, even if we do not have any malice intentions, just for enjoyment, thinking that later on we can return it? Do you think the boys were justified in their act? Think about it. Thank you and have a nice day.